Hello, hello, hello. So guys, welcome. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. I'm fine. Welcome to the college series on my channel. So this is a YouTuber's knee. I know you guys don't see YouTubers' knees very often. Gawk all you want. Anyway, so as a freshman in college, there were a lot of things that I didn't know when I was picking a college that I think people should be told about. And I'm just going to talk to you guys on my own experience, share with you guys how I chose a college. Obviously, everyone does it their own way. I don't want you guys to think I'm telling you how to do it. I'm just giving you guys advice. Hey, don't blame me, okay? Do you do you. Me do me. We do we. We all do our own thing, okay guys? Anyway, so college is, at least where I grew up, it's really overhyped. It is a school, okay? You end up living there. That's really it. It's like, and you're given a little bit more independence and you can basically do your own stuff and no one cares. And there's no real bullying or anything like that, which is why it's a lot better than high school. So, in my opinion, there are 3 real breakdowns on how to choose a college. Obviously, there are little subsets, but these are the 3 real main ones. And that is academics, lifestyle, and location. What? So anyway, in terms of academics, that's for you to decide. It's like, do you think it'll be rigorous enough for you? Is it what you're looking for in terms of your major? Does it provide what you need? For example, if you're going to a liberal arts school, do you want to have smaller classrooms and that kind of intimate relationship with your professors? Or do you want to go to a larger school like a more public university that maybe has a 200 student to teacher ratio? It just depends on what you're looking for. They're both pretty much the same. You're learning material and you can go talk to your professor in both situations. So that's for you to decide. In academics, it's like, what kind of research opportunities are there? What kind of job prospects would you have after you graduate with that specific major from that specific college? Are you able to change your major in that college? I know that was a big deal for me, is like, what happens if I change my mind? Like, would I be able to change, or would I have to go through a whole ordeal in order to change my major? That I know is going on for a lot of my friends, and you should pay attention to that. Especially if you're going to a school with a different major and maybe want to switch into CS. Schools have a lot of restrictions on that, so make sure you ask those questions. I think Georgia Tech, if you're admitted, and you kind of have to, if you want to change your major, you just fill out a form. But maybe with some other schools, there's a little bit more of a rigorous process. So you should look into that. I mean, if it matters to you. Otherwise, don't do it. Otherwise, maybe if you want to see what kind of research opportunities are there, maybe when you visit campus or when you meet friends who go there, ask them what kind of research they do. If there is no research, maybe you should wonder if that's something you're looking for. Maybe you should reconsider. Those kind of things. Like, just generally check what kind of academic things you might want in a school and make sure it checks off at least most of the boxes, okay? Most of them. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about academics. But there's a lot of importance in academics, but when you're living in a place, there's a lot of things that you end up doing that maybe aren't academically related, such as hanging out with your friends, or like wanting to be able to make friends. Like, what kind of events do they have scheduled so you can go meet people? Like, ask those kind of questions. As an incoming freshman, there's a lot of stress put on, how do I meet those friends that like will support me through this time and will help me feel better about myself on days when I'm not feeling that great, or will help us figure out this big world of college together, because it's scary and usually campuses are really big. If you get lost, you want to have people to ask for help. I mean, I don't know, it's just stuff like that. So at my school we had a thing called FACET, which is some ridiculously long acronym for some ridiculously long statement. I thought it was pretty useless. I mean, FACET to me, I was so overwhelmed the whole time. I mean, people took a lot of work and like did a lot of work to schedule it, and I'm really appreciative of that. So any of you out there who are FACET leaders, you guys are great. But when I first started, like when you first come, you're so overwhelmed by information that like at the end of FACET, you don't really remember what happened. It's kind of like, whoa, it just kind of just goes completely over your head. So like, it wasn't really that helpful for me. One of my best friends happens to be my roommate right now, so that I just kind of lucked out with that. We're gonna do the roommate tag at some point, so you'll get to meet her. But like in terms of that, we kind of stuck together most of the time there, and I didn't really meet too many people because I was just kind of like, hi, my name is Ashwini, what's your name? Oh cool, my name is Ashwini, what's your name? And I didn't remember anybody's name, so you should pay attention to that, I guess. But I made most of my friends who live on my floor, and I made another friend at Facet who we just happened to keep in touch, and I think that's good. Like, if you keep in touch with the people there, you might be successful in terms of making friends at those intro events. Also, in terms of lifestyle, what kind of clubs are there? What kind of clubs would you actually join? Because I know in your YSAs for college, you sometimes said you may join certain clubs that you maybe didn't really want to, or maybe now don't really fit into your schedule. So actually look now. Take a look around you and be like, okay, what clubs are there? What clubs would I actually join? When are they scheduled? All of those things. I mean, I know that's a bit in advance when you're choosing a college, but ask people who like go there, like what kind of clubs are they part of? What's the culture like on campus? Are people part of clubs? Most of the time they are. What kind of clubs are there? Are there like choirs? Are there a cappella groups? Are there intramurals? Are there intramurals? I don't know, intramural sports. There's like a ton. I'm part of Women at Computing. That's really it, because I just don't have time to be actively part of any of the others. But Georgia Tech has a lot of cool clubs, so I'm sure other schools do as well. Also, lifestyle. What's the sorority? What's the Greek life kind of a deal on campus? What number of people are part of it? Is there a lot of pressure to join? I mean, it should be something you choose to do. Like, you shouldn't feel pressured to do it. It's a really cool concept. I'm not personally part of Greek life, but I mean, others are. And I don't think I've ever felt pressured to do that here, but at other schools maybe. So you should ask those kind of questions to kids who go there. Maybe not even your tour guide, because they are paid to sell the school to you. So maybe you should ask people who you meet on the street when you're touring the campus, or ask people if they have friends who go to that school who will answer your questions honestly. I'm not saying tour guides don't answer questions honestly. I'm just saying you'd probably be better off getting a second opinion. Also, with location, like this is the third thing, as I said before, but yeah, so location is a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. When people say, do you want snow, they mean it. Do you want a place that snows? Because it gets cold, and I'm from California, and I'm used to like a nice amount of weather, okay? And like, I was like, oh, I can handle a little bit of cold. I can do that. No, I couldn't. I hated it. It was so bloody cold. It got down to like 20 degrees, and I was just like, where is the sun? You know, like, don't say you're gonna go somewhere because it's a really good school, but it's cold and you're willing to compromise that, because at least for me, my mood fluctuates based on the weather. And if I'm not in a good mood, things just don't really happen, you know? And it's just better off if you go to a place where you're gonna be happy. So really prioritize that. If you're someone who likes the sun, go to schools that have nice weather and nice people and generally a good atmosphere for you, because you don't want to go to a place that's too cold and then you're just not happy there. You know what I mean? Also, in terms of location, that also caters to the size of the school. Do you want a big size school, small size school? Make that decision. It's totally up to you. It doesn't really matter. You're gonna make good friends regardless. Just the culture you want. So in terms of choosing a college, it's really important for you to make a list of the things you're really looking for in a college and try and pick out of your acceptances the school that best matches that. You're never going to find a school that's utterly perfect. And if you think it's utterly perfect, after you move in, you're going to be like, oh, I wish this was different. Oh, I wish that was different. But just pick the best school that you got into. That's what I did. And I mean, there's things I don't like about Georgia Tech, but there's also things I do like about Georgia Tech. It's a compromise. It's something that you decide works best for you. And for me, 20 degrees is a bit cold. Not gonna lie, I don't really like it. I know there's lots of you out there who maybe go to colder places. For me, I can't do that. So I'm glad I didn't go to any of the colder places that I could have ended up at. So that's a big deal for me, is location, location, location. Anybody who asks me, I'll be like, are you ready for the snow? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for that? Because I'm a California girl at heart and I love the sun. Today it is 70 degrees. I'm happy. I am so happy. I don't know if that came off in this video, but I am in a blissful state. Anyway, so those are the three main things I suggest in picking a college. basically do your research. Always talk to another student who goes there. Ask some of your friends, maybe they have an older brother or older sister who goes to school at the locations you got into. Ask your counselor, ask anybody you know to refer you to somebody who you can talk to. I suggest visiting the school, but it's not really necessary. Once it's down to your top 2 or 3, maybe you should go visit it because you will be living there, so I suggest it. But visiting before you get in is kind of a waste in my opinion, because you shouldn't really be talking about how beautiful the campus is in your YSA anyway. But once you get into the school, when you go visit, it's really important for you to see what it's like there and what the culture is like there and talk to people who go there and all of that. So I hope this video was useful to you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the down bar. Yeah, subscribe. Guys, subscribe. I want to meet you guys. I want to like get to know you guys. Message me on Twitter. My social media links are down below and in the next screen. So just, yeah, I'm here to talk to you guys. So let's engage with me. Come subscribe to my channel. So yeah, okay, sorry. I'm in a really good mood. The sun is out, okay guys? The sun is out. So yeah, I'm here talking to you guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys are really happy in the locations that you pick. And yeah, have a nice day. Subscribe. Bye-bye.